I'm going to be honest. I did not even know there was a live stream last night. I was so busy doing something else that by the time I checked my phone, which was like later in the evening, that was when I started to see posts for these reveals. And I was like, what is happening? Was there something that happened? And then, yeah, there was. There was a live stream. So that is why I'm making this video today. Very late, as you can tell. And I'm just going to share my, I guess, reaction to what I think about these reveals and how I feel about them. I guess that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So let's just dive into it. So the first thing that they showed, like at the beginning of the stream when they started talking about products that are going up for pre-order, they showed this. So this is going to be a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive of a repainted Year 2 Batman in the black and white accent. This is not a new thing. They've been doing this with a few other figures where they repaint them black and white and make them Big Bad Toy Store exclusives. So if you're interested in this because you missed out on the Year 2 Batman that it originally came out a while back as a Target exclusive gold label, and you don't really care about this, repaint, you're fine with this. This might be something that you may be interested in. So the pre-order will go up on the 13th of February. That is next Thursday. So if you're interested in this, mark your calendars. Now let's talk about the next reveal. This one kind of surprised me because, we've seen this Killing Joke Joker twice before. So the original release, which was a GameStop exclusive, and then the second time they released this figure was a line art repaint. And now we're getting it a third time. And this time it's repainted in the colors of the comic cover. This figure will be an Amazon exclusive that will go up for pre-order later this month. That's what they said. They didn't give a specific date, so that could be any time in February, basically. And I'm actually excited for this one. I usually don't get really excited for repaints, but I've always loved the cover of this comic, and I've read this comic before. And now that it's painted to look like this color, I'm actually happy. Because the original release of this, he was wearing like a purple color trench coat, which I don't remember if he was wearing purple in the comics. It's been a long time since I've read this comic, but this is one of the comics that I read back then, and I have an actual physical copy of this. And I've always loved this cover art because it just shows you how sinister the Joker is in this comic, if you know what happens. So, yeah. But, yeah, Amazon exclusive right here. And maybe he's going to be $30. I mean, it looks like he's going to include a stand and also this back display that shows the comic cover and also this other side where you can recreate the cover with the action figure. So there's that. And now let's move to the next reveal. And that is this 2-pack that caught me off guard. So this is part of the Justice League, crossover thing with Godzilla and King Kong. And I honestly thought that we were going to get Superman and Godzilla next because that would have made more sense. I mean, that's what everybody was thinking. This came out of left field. I did not expect that it would be a 2-pack with Flash and this gorilla called Titano. Now, seeing that this is a 2-pack with Flash and it's reusing that Rebirth body buck, I think this 2-pack is probably going to be sought after. Mainly because the Rebirth version of this Flash figure that, originally came out a long time ago, if I remember correctly, that figure is very expensive in the aftermarket. And not that long ago, the black and white repainted version came out, and that sold out like quick. So that just shows how many people that missed out on this particular Flash figure really wanted this Flash figure, if that repaint can sell out like that. So now this is an opportunity for most of you who missed out on this version of the Flash figure to get a copy of. But do keep in mind that this 2-pack is not going to be cheap. Since it is, using this same King Kong body buck for this Titano figure here, because it makes sense for McFarlane to reuse that body buck since it was made for King Kong. Why not use it for another gorilla in this story? So this is probably going to be $70. Most likely it will be. So do keep in mind that this 2-pack is not going to be cheap. And they did not show any accessories, so I have no clue what is going to be included in this 2-pack at all. I hope he has lightning effects, because that would be a bummer if he doesn't, right? And the reason why this 2-pack to me is just like something that I won't pick up right away is because this figure right here just disappoints me. Like, I love the sculpting, okay, of the face and the arm here, the retooling, but this body buck, I don't know why they made it so simplistic, like with the articulation. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, because the Gorilla Grodd body buck from the Flash Page Puncher had articulation on the arms and the legs. Did they not want to reuse it because it was too small? It doesn't scale in the right size like this one? I don't know. But you are charging $70 for this. You would expect this figure to have, simple articulation. I'm not asking for double jointed. Like, at most, these bigger figures tend to have, like, single jointed articulation, right? He doesn't have any of that. And on top of that, he has, like, this ugly cut in the waist area right here where he rotates. So, I don't know what happened with this figure, but yeah, King Kong has this problem, and then now this one does too. And that makes me worry about Godzilla now, actually, now thinking about it. So, but yeah, if you've been wanting this Flash, yeah, keep in mind, you're going to have to get this too. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to the next reveal. And that is for Collector Edition. So, they only revealed 2 figures for this Collector Edition wave. There is a 3rd figure, but they said they are going to save it for another date of when they will reveal that figure. So I don't know who he or she is. Hopefully it's a cool character. Someone new that hasn't been made into a figure in this line. Hopefully. And speaking of a character that hasn't been made into a figure in this line, we have Adam Strange. I don't know anything about this character. Never heard of this character in my life. However, I'm just excited to see this anyways, because I'm happy when we see more characters in the wider DC universe get action figures. Look, I love Batman, I love Superman, I love Wonder Woman, but this is DC Multiverse. You gotta give the spotlight to characters that are also in this greater universe, right? Can't always be the popular ones. So in this case, maybe he's popular, maybe he's lesser known. I don't know anything about him, but he looks really cool. I like the jetpack that he has. I like the holster that he has right here. I think that's a gun. I don't know. If he has a gun, that's pretty cool. So, yeah. And they did show some accessories. So, all we know right now is that he has faceplate options. So, you have this neutral faceplate option here. And then in this next one, they did show this second faceplate option, which has him wearing a face mask. So maybe that's what he wears when he's flying. And then this third faceplate option right here is the classic screaming, yelling expression, which we have seen on some figures in the past. So pretty cool. And for pre-order information, that is not out yet. So don't know when this Collector Edition wave will go up for pre-order. Probably sometime in the future, of course, whenever that is. So there is that. And now to the last figure. And this is the one that caught me by surprise. I did not expect this to happen, but I'm so glad it did. It is Deadshot. I have been waiting for a Deadshot figure for a very long time. I thought this was impossible. Because why? Well, ever since Warner Bros. Decided to ban their DC products, such as like DC action figures and stuff, to include gun accessories for characters that use guns, Deadshot just sound like an impossible dream, I didn't think it was going to ever happen. I was like, man, if they ever made a Deadshot, he would have no guns. And that would be a bummer. That would suck, right? Just like how if they ever made Two-Face without his Tommy gun, it would suck. Of course, they did give us those gun accessory packs, right? So that could work with your Two-Face. But I always thought that Deadshot was impossible because, as you can see right here, right? He has these guns on his gauntlets right here. And, you know, that's the classic Deadshot right there. He has those on his arms. He also uses a sniper rifle. He also has other weapons. But this is the classic Deadshot right here with these gauntlets. And they did say that this figure will have effect parts included. So in terms of accessories, we know that there will be effect pieces. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, this is a figure that I'm just very excited for. And I know for a fact this thing is going to sell out, man. Like, this one's going to be... This is on everyone's radar. Everybody who collects this line, I think we've been all waiting for a Deadshot, you know? So this is probably the biggest reveal for this toy show is this one right here. Because, you know, whatever they have to do now, they got to change the rating to 17 plus and label it as not a toy just to give us those characters with guns. You know, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, man. I've been wanting a Deadshot for so long. I don't have any of the other Deadshot figures they made in the past with other DC lines. This is going to be my first one. This is definitely one that I'm going to have to pick up right away when it goes up for pre-order. So, yeah. And that is it with today's reveals. Like, that's everything. So, or not today, yesterday's reveal, but me talking about today. So, if you found this video fun and enjoyable and informative, do give this video a like. If you want to see more action figure content and whatever else I do on this channel, do subscribe. You don't have to. In the end of the day, I make these videos for fun. And with that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.